Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to what might be one of the most exciting or maybe most embarrassing 30 minutes of the SUGCON. So subtitle, Zero Code, Zero Problems. Definitely zero code, probably not zero problems, but that's okay. Yeah, it's we're learning together what happens when AI is doing the heavy lifting. And yeah, if you ever wondered what it looks like when someone's professional reputation is on the line, you're very welcome. So you find out. My name is Andreas Kölle. I have, let's say, over 25 years experience in software development, 90 plus years of Sitecore experience, 3-time MVP. Other stuff. I'm from Germany, so let's see where we get to in the next couple of minutes. So I've split it up for 4 chapters. Act 1, the setup. Act 2, the tools. Act 3, the demo time, the main part of the thing, and the aftermath, what are the conclusions about all the stuff we're seeing right now. So let's start quickly with the setup. What's going on? I submitted the session 5 months ago. I were very confident then. That's okay. Potentially to fail in front of people, no deal. I try to. 2 weeks ago, I actually sat down and thought, oh, I should do this, let's say, experienced a slight recalibration of my expectations. So yeah, okay. This morning, I tested it again. Yeah, keep fingers crossed, but that's where I'm right now. So let's see where we get to. We're doing it live anyway, so let's look what's come. So that's the origin story. 5 months ago, I had a brilliant idea after a couple too much of coffees to do this and to do this live. 2 months ago, I got the message from SUGCON, yeah, you are chosen as a speaker. Yeah, always a cool message. 1 month ago, I realized I have to do this. Yeah, that's always a tough one. 2 weeks ago, I checked if AI has improved and how much it has improved. So yeah, there are slightly improvements, but yeah, calm down. Today, you're watching me, and that's where I got here. So now the storyline. Every developer's Monday morning, the Monday morning drama. I'm sure everyone has faced some of this situation. It's Monday morning, everything's fine. You're quite good mood, everything is fine. An email arrives. Bing! Your Outlook messaged you, hey, you're at work again. A mail, hey, check out this Figma design I made. Looks beautiful, suspiciously beautiful. 2 minutes later, the next email, follow up. The client loves it. Can we go live on Friday? First of all, doable, but quite tough. Then you realize, damn it, 6 customer meetings, 2 sprint reviews, and you have a dentist appointment. That will be a tough one. In the third part, 2 minutes later, you open your calendar, see all this stuff. Act 4, the epiphany. Wait, what if I don't have to do this? So what if I try to use AI to achieve all this stuff, and maybe I can solve this one? So that's why it starts. The Act 2, today's mission. Transform a Figma design to a live Sitecore site without writing a single line of code. In ideal case, with no developer in the loop, or maybe one or another question, but nothing I have to book the resource for. So the budget, we have 30 minutes, we have 0 lines of code, we have 4 or let's say a couple of AI tools to solve our task, and things that could break are, let's say, nearly unlimited. So yeah, the Wi-Fi, the APIs, the confidence, your patience, literally everything could going wrong. Yeah, disclaimer, if this fails, we all pretend it was performance art. So our arsenal in our attempt. Yeah, first of all, I tried to get a sandbox from Vercel and V0. To be honest, I don't manage to get a sandbox, so I have to work this around. But okay, this is part of an experiment. There are things maybe obsolete or you have to improvise. That's one I improvised. I used Figma AI for to create stuff, and so my thought was, okay, work around this challenge. That's the first one. Trust level to the Figma AI, I think right about 80%. That's quite okay, it works. Then the next tools, Sitecore AI and Claude Code. The content genius, yeah, makes content smart, personalized. Yeah, it feels like a good buddy in this case. Trust level 85%. The Sitecore MCP, that's the universal translator for all what I do or what we do to make the Sitecore knowledge available to AI. So that's a pretty good partner for this. Trust level 75% because tested not so much. So hopefully I can trust in Sitecore and what they produce. So that's the reasoning for this one. And the marketplace, the secret weapon, pre-built solution for everything if we can find what we need. So yeah, combined trust level 38.5. I did mean must feel better. So that's why I did this. Then I had a drama-o-meter for this one. So create a layout with Figma. That should be easy. So a low-level thing. That's great. Quite confident in this. Then the MCP and Claude stuff. Let's see what the AI comes up with. Drama-meter medium, I think that could be a good friend in this. The connection to Sitecore, yeah, MCP should handle this. So it's a medium risk. Yeah, should work. Deploy to production, that's where it becomes tricky. Deployment is always tricky. It was in the past. It is always tricky in the future. So there could be literally everything going wrong, what could go wrong. A live demo always, yeah, I gave him the title, Hold My Beer, so it's always why the thing starts. And yeah, please send thoughts and prayers for this because that's the most critical thing that we can see here. So, demo intro, so where things get real, Wi-Fi gods, please be kind. API, hopefully it works. Audience, please lower expectations. Future employees, please keep watching. Anyway, yeah, like Wayne Gretzky told, you miss 100% of the demos you don't attempt. So hopefully he's right. Yeah, that's the steps I try to do, showing the Figma. Watch AI generate the components out of the tool, connect to Sitecore via MCP, deploys and cross fingers for all this stuff, and yeah, celebrate or cry. So that's what we see right in 2 minutes. Possible outcomes. The best case, everything works fine. So I give them probability 10% because if everything works, I would wonder, but we will see. Probably practice this so many times, but to be honest, every time I face different issues and different things, so everything could happen. Doesn't matter how much you practice, you invest in all this stuff. And good case, I hope, finger crossed for this case. So probably 30%. We learn something valuable, and this is actually the case I hope for. Interesting case. AI makes, let's say, I gave him the title Creative Choices. Probably, well, not what I expect, but possible for 40%. Worst case, more than best case, so 20%. This is not, let's say, what not to do, still valuable because we see what best not to do. in this case. So let's see what all this stuff brings. Don't judge me. I have to move there with my browser and all the stuff. Where is it? Ah, there. That's a tough one. Where's my browser gone? First one. Super, where's the browser gone? It was on the screen, but that. Oh, creative. Okay, I should change the presentation mode, maybe. That's one of these things you couldn't test. So, no, that's not the one. This one. I will choose this one. 1 second. That's perfect. So, to save a little some times, I've created this morning a small, I call it landing page. This should be a landing page. We could possibly see it's. I gave Figma the AI a task to create a new landing page for a product. I choose a Sitecore fan shirt, wear your Sitecore pride, with a product image, like call to action buttons and a little bit stuff. Here you see add to cart, so you can choose, and some information down here. Yeah, looks not bad. So I think that's something we can work with, and we agreed that's our landing page. So now the challenge is to get code out of this thing. So to get code, what did we do? We go to the Visual Code, VS Code. I have to be honest, to clarify some things. I have done the configuration stuff in before. That's, let's say, here and there a little bit tough ones. So the configuration stuff, I don't want to kill all the configurations. So what have I done? There are a couple of GUIDs and IDs from Sitecore, from the production environment and stuff like that. You have to commit. I swear, I have added all the configuration stuff via one of our weapons, and that's on the right side, the small window. You see it here. That's what I have used for all the stuff. No typing code, and I even did not know where to add these numbers. So to be honest, I needed a couple of minutes, to be honest, hours, to find the right IDs, but it's possible if you know what to do. What we have here is the GitHub Copilot, and I use Claude Code, so that's something not so difficult. So I think you need to have a starter template. So I have used the skate park, we all know it, to have a starter template on the left side. I've wrote out this one here, that we have something to start with. I will not use the skate park thing for anything, but that you have a head application. So that's one thing you need to have in mind. You need a head application. You cannot start without this. The AI didn't manage to create this, but I don't want to end the experiment at this point. That was not the sense. So after that, I need to connect with GitHub. This is a simple configuration in the Sitecore backend from Sitecore AI. So that was really easy thing. Create a GitHub account and connect via the Sitecore AI portal. After that, you have the IDs. You can enter the IDs here and say, do the configuration for me. That works quite fine. And you can also tell him after that, because you are connected to GitHub, commit and push, and it starts. Then you have to do one additional configuration. You have to enable the auto build mode in the back end, that the deployment starts if you do a git publish. So that's pretty much the basics you have to do and to archive, let's say, the environment like it is here. That's the place we will now start and do what we try to do. So the switching work, fine. So I want to have the layout of this page in my VS Code to generate code out of that. We will expect, I expect a thing right now, but we will see. So please, so I always say please, sorry for that. Please create me a landing page named SUGCON -L. Let's call it SUGCON 2026 with the following layout. Paste the URL. I copied from the Figma design. Let's see. Maybe it's interesting. There will I think I know what will come, but yeah. Quite interesting. So yes, that's what I expected. He tried to fetch, but he don't have access to the Figma URL. That's my thing. So next thing, what to do? So yes, there were a possibility to add the Figma MCP. I think this is quite a tough thing. I haven't connected there, but we are creative. We designers, we are marketers, we do creative things. So I say publish this thing to the community. So go for it. Then after that, hopefully, finger crossed, it works. We have the URL public available. That's a prerequisite for the Sitecore MCP. Yeah. Let's go to the website. Yeah, here it is. That looks good. That's a public URL. I think we will take this one. So try this source. Give it a try. One thing that's pretty annoying. Normally you get for every request, am I allowed to do this? Am I really, should I? Are you really sure I should? And yeah, please always click allow. If you read all the message, you're in 4 weeks at reading the stuff, so go for it. And you see right now, he's analyzing the page on the left side and he extracting things from that from the page. So he picks out what could be possible components, and he starts to create components and all the stuff out of this. So let's see what he will have done in a couple of seconds, minutes. We will see. Hopefully it's faster than the last couple of times I tried this. So what I also have done in before, he can go for it. I have introduced here on, let's go from the top. I have nothing done by agents, nothing done by skills. I have connected to the GitHub, and GitHub imports the Claude stuff. And what I have done is I connected the MCPs are the first one is the Sitecore MCP. The second one is the Sitecore documentation. This is truly a game changer. The Sitecore documentation connection, let's say he brings all the intelligence to the stuff. I tried it without the Sitecore documentation, only the MCP server. He does things right, but the percentage of good stuff is growing exponentially with the documentation available. So use both if you try to do these things. And you can also force him and tell him, when you do this, please read the documentation before, and what you get out with this usage, it will getting better than without. So, next steps. Integrate these in your Sitecore 3 and rendering host. Yeah, sounds good. I did not even know what this means exactly, but I think it's right what he says. So believe him. Do the stuff. So do these next steps for me. I don't want to do these things. What we see on the left side with the small icon, I can point it there. Yeah, he has already created stuff. You see, there are 7 changed files, so he has done something there. We are still local. That's everything local what he's doing there. So the most interesting parts still not archived. So you get plenty of texts out there on the right. So for non-developers and, let's say, old-fashioned developers than me, there are many cryptical messages I try to ignore, and I believe in the good things, that it works well and that he knows better what to do than I, to be honest. It is like that, mostly. And so, still waiting. So you see, if you're a little bit addicted to coffee, it's a quite dangerous thing to use all these AI stuff, because you have so plenty of possibilities to grab the next cup of coffee. That's pretty dangerous. But to be honest, this is the, let's say, the longest pauses in these stories. And he needs the most time to create all this stuff. The other things are quite a little bit faster there. So you see, he has created a hero and features, and community YAML file and all the other stuff. So it looks quite well, because if we switch back, we have an I think this down there is the community stuff. The header we have seen, and the features, he always called these kind of thing features. I did not know why, but it's like that. So it looks good. Next steps now to complete. Create a root item for SUGCON 2026, our landing page, with reference to all sections, and create rendering templates for all the stuff. Sometimes I'm asking, when you know what to do, why didn't you do it? So do all necessary things to see the page running. That's a whole lot. I will automate as much as possible. That's what I want to read. That's always a good thing. Do stuff for me. Yeah. it looks not that bad.
She's good.
So he told me access the page. So let's say let's have a look at the top. What is the 1 through 3 5 update? Yeah, okay, looks good. I don't want to read all this stuff. I just want to have a look. What does this URL do if I tip this in there? Internal server, yes. Perfect. I expected this. So I don't know what this means because I'm not a developer. If I call the URL you provided me, this one, I got an internal server error. Can you fix this? I'm not a dev. I'm not so much into debugging, so let's see what he thinks, what's to do. So, go on. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Let's have a look. To access your page, use this URL. Oh, still. Could it be that you have to start the local web server? Oh, thanks. Still. Do this for me. Do it. Do it. Thank you.
Whoa.
So to be honest, last time I managed to get the page locally completely visible. That was pretty much cool. So the local stuff should be working. So how to fix? Can you fix these issues? Normally he should be.
They don't did well. It's usually that table. Is he table that
There are all these variables I normally last time I had in place. These are the environment variables you have to give him. Normally, I'm still wondering why he has lost these ones. So can you use the IDs from landing page 2? That's the creative name I used for the last landing page. So let's see it. So I think this maybe could be the last try, then moving forward. So he has all the heroes, features, footers, YAML files in place. So could be a good one. Give him this try. I think it's the last one maybe to stay in time. generating 10 lines, 30 lines. Oh, he's doing quite much.
Yeah. No.
So you see, it's pretty much, you can do all this stuff, but you need time and you need, let's say, plenty of tries to achieve all these things. But normally he's quite doing a good job. Dum, 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 dum. He should be reading faster. So, generating, loading. Maybe we see something right now. So, yeah, nice. So let's give it the last try to stay in time. Or still an internal server. So to stay in time, I have to tell you the things like they worked for me the last time. So, and that's the experience I managed. Doesn't matter how many times you try, the errors are always different. So you can try it 40 times and you have 40 different, let's say, edge cases and corners where it fails. So you need to work around all these things. So train what are possible workarounds? Create agents, specialized agents who always have the context, who learn out of these errors and stuff like this. What I can tell you is last time I managed to see the complete page locally. That worked very well. And to show you what the bigger problem was. So last time I created this one completely in the Visual Studio Code. I created these it's called landing page 2 in my test. And there's the pitfalls. He has created the page. He has created things like did not know are there developers in the room. So the layout. So you go to no, not the renderings project. There are all the last time he created all these landing page 2 features. So this worked also very well. And then it started the really difficult stuff where you will end up as a non-developer, where developers had to, let's say, do their stuff. The connection in the component name. So these connections he don't manage to do. And
See the log file with the error.
Yeah, we could be, but that's so time consuming for the session. So that's the reasoning. So you have to do the dig into problems like this afterwards. So you manage to build the stuff, and therefore you need let's say at least I would say developer know-how where the things are put together correctly. And that's pretty much the stuff I want to archive in here. So I think it's doable, definitely, if you invest some time, especially if you have developers who help you create agents and stuff like this. I think that would be a good way to go there. Now I should switch to the extension mode. There, let's go. We already were there, so here we are. So what we actually learned. The good news, AI tools, in my opinion, are genuinely impressive. So when they work, normally they do a really good job right now. No code handles 80% of the patterns. I think it's achievable right now out of the box, working very well and very good. The speed, in my opinion, it's unbelievable. We had, I think it was around about 50 to 20 minutes now for all these stuff. And for this one, you have created components, and you have created the Next.js files and all the stuff from this one. The problem is mostly the environment. So the problem is the build process and the rollout of all these components. So therefore, you need help, but you can do, let's say, things to get move faster for the developers. So efforts are not that much. So, and it empowers all the non-developers. Reality is there's still 20% left. You are pretty hard to archive. Sometimes AI is very creative and unpredictable. You still need to understand the basics, and complex logic needs real code. And that's some things right now you don't come over. The bigger picture, are developers becoming obsolete? No, definitely not. They become AI orchestrators, I think, in the future. So that's a big job to do. Create the agents, train the agents, and do less time for boilerplate stuff, more time for solving real problems. Will designers replace developers? No, but they will solve simple tasks. I think that's pretty much a good thing somehow. Remember, the developers has to grant access for designers to their Git repo. Just mention. Is this the future? I think a part of it. The boring part is getting automated. Kind of tough task for all the juniors. So yeah, we have to create a strategy to work around this. We still need experienced people, but no experience if you have no juniors. So we have to work with this issue somehow. The timeline, I think, just an unscientific prediction from me. Today, AI helps us to code faster. Confidentially, 100%, we see it everywhere. 2027, AI writes most boilerplates. I'm pretty sure that this will come with a confidence of 90%. 2028, designers will deploy things to production. I think this will come. Developers won't like this, but I think this will come. It's necessary. And 2029, we orchestrate AI teams. So you have an agent, it's called the product management agent. We have an agent, it's the product owner agent. We have an agent, it's the, let's say, software architect agent. We have an agent who is the CSM agent and stuff like this, I'm pretty sure. 2030, I'm pretty sure we forgot how we worked 5 years ago because, yeah. Because remember, I have there an example. We went from no smartphones to Instagram in 4 years. And this changed completely how we shared images and stories and all the stuff. So pretty much to clarify my opinion where we are with AI right now. Maybe, do you remember this app with an iPhone 3? I think that's where we are with AI right now. So we're trying stupid things. We're doing, maybe we try out, we're playing around. And remember what comes next after these, let's say, playground apps. So I'm pretty sure same thing will happen with AI. So my theory, you don't have an app on your iPhone, you still write him, create me a software which is solving this problem, and it creates the app on your smartphone or any device, and there you have it, tailored on this exact need you have. So to give you some action items, this week, try things, try V0, Figma AI, whatever, try what you are curious about or interested in. It's an easy task. Do it to keep up. This month, explore Sitecore AI feature. Always a good thing to do. Understand what's possible and where the futures will go to. This quarter, build something with MCP. Don't be shy. Try it out. Give it a try. Give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. Tell him stupid things. Do this for me. You will get a reaction. If it's good or not, maybe, but try it. This year, embrace AI in your workflows. Stay ahead of the curve. That's just a recommendation. Otherwise, other people will on top of this. You don't want to have this. So the best time to learn AI tools was yesterday. The second best is today. So it's just a recommendation from my side to get out of here. And now you survived the experiment. Hopefully it was quite interesting for some of you. So thanks for the patience during the demo. Thanks for leaving me and not leaving me when things broke. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions?
Any marketers willing to ask questions?
Otherwise, I'm around.
Hi there, great presentation, thank you. So I just wanted to ask, have you used this in practice before? And if so, have you had any situations where you've got as far as you've got today with it and had to then hand that on to a developer? Obviously, I've always felt that developers don't like touching AI-generated code. So how have you kind of handled that friction there?
To be honest, I haven't coded. I think the last time I have coded are 10 years ago. So I started as a developer in 1998, 9, around about this, and coded until 2050, 2060, around about this one. And after that, I never touched code, just, let's say, some PHP or some stuff here and there, but nothing related to this. Other people are better in this, so no, I haven't. I always encourage my developers, dig in, look at this, look at there. So I try to keep up informed, and but no, me not. I know my colleagues, they have, and they do so, but me not, no. So it was also an experiment for me.
I don't need the mic.
Yeah.
We want your question recorded, please. Wait a second.
How well is the AI performing building pages for visual edition in pages? Is it going well?
Yes. Yes. So the former landing page I created, it was, let's say, I created a very open, I said, create me a very light, very beautiful page with a nice look and feel in Figma, and it really nailed it 100% in this case. So I was really this was one of these moments, so that it's working that good without a specialized tool like V0. So the MCP and the Sitecore AI does a very good job in there for me in this case. Maybe, like I mentioned, try 10 times, you get 10 different results. So yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. We don't have time for more questions, but you can find Andreas outside and chase him. Thank you.
Thank you very much.